Hello, my name is Prem Shankar Yadav, and today's topic is files in Python. So, first of all, I want to show you through a case of patient and doctor that why should we need to store the data. Okay, so in this case, patient meets to doctor for the treatment, and doctor gives the prescription based on their diagnosis. Okay, suppose patient does not save this prescription and require to meet again to the doctor. In that case, doctor had no history. Doctor has no history to know the current status of illness. Okay, in that situation, doctor again start the testing and again start from the beginning. Okay, so there is a chance that it will take some time, and if the records was saved, suppose this prescription was saved, and in that situation, if the doctor is same or the doctor is different, it doesn't matter. Based on that prescription history, the current treatment can be continued, or the new medicines or the test can be performed based on the situation of the patient. Okay, so by this example, it is easy to understand that yes, data should be stored, and it is very good for the future if data is there. Okay, so we can categorize this data in terms of their amount. Suppose data is very small, we are dealing with small amount of data, that in that situation it is fine. Okay, suppose we want to know the mobile number of 100 students or the marks of 100 students, then it is a small amount of data. At that time, file will work. And if we talk banking data, then it is huge data. So at that time, the concept database is used. But another case, the data is very, very huge, like Facebook data, YouTube data, Twitter data. That is very, very huge. In that situation, it is considered as big data. Okay, so till now we can understand that data is required to store for future use. Okay, so it may be in terms of file, database, or big data. Since we are dealing with file, means small amount of data, but still we have to store the data permanently. Suppose I have taken another example. In this function, student is there, and in this function we want to find percent of student marks. Okay, so s underscore marks, a variable, will store the input given by the keyboard. Okay, and on the basis of that, percentage is calculated and percent is returned. See, if capital R is not right, it should be small. Okay, so if you are going to write this R should be small. It is typing mistake. Then after executing this function, you will find the percentage. Okay, so it's very simple and easy function we have created, and it gives simple result. Okay, now question comes, then what happened after termination? Okay, you run this student function, you will get the result, but after termination of the this function or program, what will be the result? Result will not persist. Your output will be erased, will not be permanently stored, because somebody asked that variables also used for storing the data. Okay, but they are not storing data permanently. Okay, so what we can do, this is a problem of persistent, that means data is not permanently stored after the termination of program. So what to do? Use such storage that is to be permanent. So make such type of arrangement, we need file. Okay, we have to store and store the data permanently. For that file is used. Okay. Now till now you will be very clear that what is file and why we will use file, in which case it is file. Okay. Good. Now if you have a file, then open it, read or write operation if you want to perform and then close. Okay, so four things are related with the file. You have open your file, you want to read from file or write into file, and then close your file. Okay, so opening a file is very simple. Use a function open, file name, access mode, fopen. Okay, so open function returns file object. Okay, so within the rounded bracket, we have to pass file name and access mode. Access mode says in which purpose, in which mode we want to open the file. That means this is a way to open a file. Suppose we want to read from file, we want to write into file. So purpose is for reading or writing. Okay. So access mode provides that file is open for reading or writing. Okay, so normal modes are reading, writing, and appending. So R for read, W for writing, and A for appending. If you use W, that means it will write. But if you again open the same file in W mode and you are writing something in it, that will erase the previous data. Got it? Then if you are using A, it will not erase the previous data, it will append it at the end of the previous data. Okay, so most of the time A is used if you are using same file. Okay, if I'm using a same file, then A will be preferable, appending is preferable. There are other modes which are used. Okay, we can use according to the situation, according to the application we can use. So opening a file, and it is very simple, just write open function, give the file name and the access mode. It will return back a file object, and that will allow you to work with file. Okay, so opening a file is very important. First of all, open. Okay, then for writing into file, we have to use write method, write line method. So write lines, write, we can use. If we are using only string, we want to pass a string, we want to write a string, then write is used. If we want to use list of lines, then write lines is used. Okay, next, this is an example. In this, a simple txt file is going to open, and in this file hello and hello1 is going to write. Okay, very simple example. We will deal the examples in practical session after this PPT. Next is reading a file. It's also very simple. After opening, you can read the file, and for that read function is used, read method is used, read, and read lines. Okay, if you want complete data from file, then use read. If you are want to get n characters, then use n. N means you can use 1 2 3 4 5. So these characters will be read from file. If we use read line, then only one line can be read from file, and read lines gives you all lines into a list. Okay, this is reading concept. So This is an example again. First, open your file, but it should be in read mode R, and then apply read method. Okay. And after performing operations read and write, we have to close the file. In Python, if you forget to close, then it will automatically close the file. Okay. But whenever you open the file, it will block some system resources. So it is better and good practice to free up those resources. And for that, close a closing file is very much required. So at the end, after working in the file, then close the file. Okay. Now we will move on practical session. So here, see, in file folder there is nothing. Okay. So I'm creating a Jupyter file to perform the operations. So I'm going to give this file name file in Python. Okay. So one file is created, that is for running the code. So first of all, I'm going to open a file. See, if file is not there, since in our folder there is no file except this. Okay. So in this situation, by default, if you are using open function, by default it is created if it is not existed. Okay. So it should be very clear. Then if file is there, then okay. If file is not there, then it will be created automatically, but file should be in write mode. If file is not existed, it should be, for open function should be accessed in W mode, in writing mode. Okay. So open function, new name. Suppose I'm writing first dot txt, and it is in writing mode. Okay, because it is not existed, so first we have to create, and for creating a file, open function is used in writing mode. Then write into something. Hello, this is my first file. Okay, we have to close also this and see one first txt file is created. See, first txt file. So first txt file is created. In this, hello, this is my first file is there. Okay. Now, if next time I again execute this and write here second rather than first, then see what will be the result. The result is changed now. The first is replaced by second because I have changed this line and it is repeated. So if you use same file again and again and you are working and you want to work with this, then use A. So it will work fine. See, previous data is there and the next data is appended at the end of this. Okay. So it will be better to use in append mode. Okay. Now again open this in reading mode and use read. Okay, why I'm giving this no need to be, because I have just read hello, this is my second, so all content is given to read. Okay, The complete content is this, and this is fetched through this read method. Okay. Now I want to see the effect of read lines method. Then first I should write some more in file txt, first txt. Okay, so I'm going to write in second line that it is my second line. Run this and see the result. Okay, it is my second line. Is it required to do this? No, no need to give this. Okay, what is happening? It is my second. It is okay. It is my second. So this will be better. Okay. So there are a number of lines included in the file first.txt. Now run the read command and see all the content is given. But I want only one line. So use read line. Okay. M dot read line, and it is given just one line. Suppose I again give this line, this read line, then what happened? See f dot line, it gives it is my second line. Hello, this is my second line. What is started? It is again second line. You can see easily. It is my second. Okay. Now if you repeat it, read line again, so third line will be displayed. So it will give one line at a time. Okay. If you want to see all these lines, then give it in line 1 and print this. Use this 3 times since we want to read 3 lines. Okay. Sorry, because line 1 is continue only. Here I have to change. The same thing is reflected because line 1 is same. Change here line 2. Sorry. So, okay, notice right. Change here only 2 and make this line 3. Line 3 equal to this and change here line 3. Now it's okay. So all the lines are reflected, but read lines give only one line at a time, right? So it gives you the concept of reading one line at a time. Now this is about read line. Now what is read lines? 8 lines. Okay, edit. See, it is in the form of list. You see the first line, it is one element. Second line, it is second element. Third line, the third element. So read lines read line by line, but complete file. Okay. While this read lines use for reading the complete file, but line by line. But read line use to read only one line and complete data is read by read only. Okay. Similarly, another method which we have not use also here in writing, write lines, sorry, lines, write lines, and if you want to write lines, then it should be, because list is used. So list one, I'm supposing this is list, creating a list in which my is first, name is second, third, my name is, okay, and passing this and see what happened. We also can check from here. Okay, my name is, so it can also be used like this. If you have list and you want to write in a line, so you can use like this. Okay, suppose you want to perform like a similar task again, but it is list 2 in this, P is my, and again want to execute this method, write to here and then run and see into file. See, it is my second line again, and now after my name is, because it was already there, my name is, Prem is my, okay, so again it is, the list data is written into file. Okay, so this is all about write lines, read line, and read lines, and it is very easy. Okay, now I'm going to perform one program in which want to find common numbers, common integer numbers. Okay, so I will take two files and will try to find the common numbers between them. Okay, and it will be performed using file. Okay, so first I will create a file, mm, first file. Okay, named as first file, named as first file. And one more concept I want to include with this, that each and every time if we are using the file, we have to close, after writing we have to close the file. So eliminate this line, that means if sometimes we can by mistake forget to write this line, so to eliminate this situation, to reduce this situation, we will use with. Okay, I will write first simple code and then I will replace it with. Okay, so pay your attention and see how we will change. First, the code is very simple. Open file name and we are choosing first file dot txt, and it will be in writing mode because we are going to create, and f dot uh, write. Okay, and we need to close this. Okay, it will create this file, but since I don't want to write this line each and every time when we are going to create the file, what we have to do, we have to erase this f equal and write with here, don't change anything else, and as f here. Okay, colon. What we changed, it was the situation. We are removing this because we don't want to write close again and again whenever we are going to open the file. We are working with the file. Okay, and also erase this. Okay, done. Other things are there is no change. They are same. Open file name dot comma w and f, right. Just write with, and after open as, and give the name, like I have given f, so f, you can give anything that you want, and now no need to give f close, just use. Okay, because colon is there, so indentation of one level is also required. Now what is there? Write takes exactly one. Okay, because we want to write into file, so we have to we have at least give one argument. So one, I want to take some numbers. Suppose I'm going to take 7 or 8 numbers. So first I have taken, then second two I have taken, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose even 8 numbers we want to add in the file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and no need to close the file. Run. Close this because we need first file. Okay, open this. 1, 2, 3, so 6, 7, 8. We have given these numbers, but it should be in after this line slash n slash n. We want to write in a vertical format. Run this again. Now file is like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers are in first file. Similarly, we are going to write file second file. Okay, so change this name at place of first, second, and this file I'm taking some numbers common and others are different. So only 3, 5, and 7. 3, 5, 7. 3 numbers are common between first file and second file. You can easily see. First execute this and see there is second file .txt and it contains the numbers, but 3, 5, 7 are common only between these two files. Okay, now so using with, we have no need to write command close. Close method is not required to write there. So it is good practice to write your program using with. Clear? So we have two files. Our target is to find first write this. Target is to find common number. Okay, these numbers should be list. So read the numbers from first file and put it into list, and do similar task for the second file, and then uh, match list 1 and list 2 and find the common numbers. Okay, so take list 1, which is empty, and open file named first file.txt and in read mode. Okay, as f. Now read lines. Okay, and it should be put into some line variable. Okay, so whatever number it is read from file will be used by line. Okay, now use command while line means if line is true, that means line have some value, then it will work and it will append the value, that means line, into list 1. Okay, but this should be integer because integer values are there. Okay, next is to terminate while line should be the last position, that means it should be in, so it should be increased, it should be varied, so it is given. Run it. Say int argument must be string and not list. Why is it? Why it is using if I don't use this? Check by using print and list 1 and run it. It is giving okay 1 2 3. Great. In VI don't use lines. If we use like this, that is another part, and it should be, if I use int, I will explain. Wait, and I will explain. Okay, good. Now here I open the file, then through read line I read one line at a time and given the value to variable line. Now if line is true, that means line contains some value, then list 1, this value should be appended into list, which is empty. Now this value will be appended into list. Okay, then uh, here I have used this print to just check this whether my result is correct or not. So list is containing all the elements, this line shows only this. Okay, and this last line is used to uh, make line as a false, because each and every time read will checked and it will first one, then second, till the last element of the file is read by the read line, and after the last element of the file is read, then line will be false. At the condition false, this while will be ended. Okay, so while is ended and the list, if you want to check the complete list value, you again debug this by using list 1, you can easily check. Okay, see list contains 1 to 8 elements. Similarly perform the second task, which is with the list2 for file is second file, so its second is second file, but this time list2 and other things same. Run this. Okay, so list2 contains these elements and list1 contains the shown element. Now we have to find the common element, so we have to compare list1 and list2. Okay, so take a list3 to store our result, and for all the elements from list1, for element in list1, check if element in list2. Okay, then what we have to do, if list1 element is in list2, C1 will be matched with all the elements. No, then it will go at 2, and 2 should be matched from 11 to 18, and then like this, if it matched, then it should be appended into list. Okay, if element in list, then it should be appended into list 1. So list 1 dot list 1, not use list 1 because list 1 is already there. So list 3 dot append, and append the element which is in both the list, and then if it is appended, then print, because list is now completed. List 3, so common numbers are 3, 5, 7. So our result is the common numbers from file 1, file 2. Okay, so we get the result, the common numbers from file 1, file 2. So through the example, can easily understand the basic concepts of writing, reading, and using the file. Okay, so it is all about the basic commands and basic concept related to file. So if you want to give some feedback, okay, that yes, it should be also included, so I will include this and give this that tutorial that you want next time. Okay, so thank you so much.